Welcome back, everybody, to Talking Horses with me, Horse Racing Rich. As always, we are brought to you by MaxActionSports.com, home of the internet's only money-back guarantee. Well, we've reached the final jewel of the Triple Crown, the test of champions, the Belmont Stakes. This year is the 50th anniversary of the Great Secretariat's triumphant, unbelievable, amazing run. And while we don't have a horse quite like Secretariat in this year's field, we do have 9 talented horses all trying for their own chance at immortality. For those of you who have been with us, you know the deal. For those of you who are new, what we're going to do is run through each entrant, then we're going to give you the winner, and then we're going to tell you the best way to make money doing it. So without further ado, let's get to the horses. 1. Tappet Shoes, 20 to 1. Look, he's a long shot, and deservingly so. His only real reason to be in this race or to even be talked about is that he's by Tappet, who has sired 4 winners since 2014. He is not one of those winners, probably, most likely. His best race was a loss by a head to Red Route 1, who himself lost in the Preakness by almost 5 lengths. 2, Tappet Trice, 3 to 1, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Luis Saez, who won here at the Belmont Stakes in 2021 on Essential Quality. As we know, Todd Pletcher is one of the greatest trainers going and of all time, and he's won the Belmont Stakes 4 times, including last year with Mo Donegal. Tappet Trice, as you might have guessed, is also by Tappet. That speaks great to his pedigree. What doesn't speak great is his performance in the Derby, where he finished a distant 7th. Now, true, 20-horse field, we knew it was going to be tough for a horse of this size and this running style, and we think he should benefit from the smaller field today on Saturday, and for the the added distance, right? Which not all Tappets love, but most do. 3 to 1's a short price for a horse that really is very inconsistent, but he should improve off his Derby disappointing finish. 3, Arcangelo, 8 to 1. He won the Peter Pan, which is the local prep for this race. The last Peter Pan winner to also win the Belmont was Tonalist, who did it in 2014 when he beat a tired California Chrome and ended his Triple Crown run. He's ridden by Javier Castellano, who we love and who won the Kentucky Derby for the first time in his career. And he'll be looking to do another first by trying to win the Belmont Stakes for the first time in his Hall of Fame career. Arcangelo ran, like we said, and won in the Peter Pan, but it was a really good race. He battled Bishop's Bay, who was the favorite, down the stretch, lost the lead, and then got it back in the final furlong. Took a lot of effort, took a lot of grittiness, and a lot of guts, all things we love. What we don't love is that coming back 4 weeks later. That did not play out with our backup pick, Mandarin Hero, in the Kentucky Derby, and we're worried that the same thing is probably going to happen here for a nice horse, Arcangelo. 4, National Treasure, 5 to 1. He won the Preakness Stakes, and with super slow fractions on the lead. Nobody challenged him, and he ran around the track and wired the field, and he did exactly what most people thought he was going to do. This race, he should be on the lead early again. He's not a lot of early speed, so we expect maybe to get some pressure from a couple non-contenders, but he really should have his way again. The added distance is something to consider, and on short rest, that's something to consider. What we do know for sure, though, is that Johnny V is going to put in a great run. The man has won over 2,000 times at Belmont Park, and 2 of those being the Belmont Stakes. 5, Il Miracolo, at 30 to 1. He's a true long shot. He ran a disappointing 6th in the Florida Derby, following a disappointing 6th in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. His only contribution to this race is most likely going to be pressuring National Treasure early and then fading away on the back stretch. 6, Forte, 5 to 2. He was the Kentucky Derby morning line favorite, and it just looked to be a deserving favorite before he was scratched by the track vet for a bruise in his hoof. Obviously, Todd Pletcher and Mike Rapoli were furious about that. And he was not eligible to run in the Preakness due to being scratched by a vet. You're out for 14 days. Now he's back. He's under some scrutiny for a failed drug test earlier in the year. And that's kind of just speaks to, we don't really know too much about Forte, but what we do know is that this will be his first race in 10 weeks and only 2 races this year. He has no foundation. He has no pedigree to suggest that a mile and a half is his distance. And there's just complete unknowns around him, even if he was in rhythm, which he is absolutely not. At a short price, it is not a combination. Winning combination. 7 Hit Show, 10-1, trained by Brad Cox, who has 3 horses in this field, and Manny Franco, who did win the Preakness with Tiz the Law in the shortened pandemic version in 2020. We loved Hit Show prior to the Kentucky Derby. Now, once he drew the rail, that was it. Couldn't bet on him. Getting through a 20-horse field is nearly impossible, and it proved to be very difficult for him as well. He finished 5th. He moved towards the end and then flattened out at right, in the last furlong. In this race, he's right in the center of the field, and he's going to get a fair chance to prove just how good he is. And we're going to be along the ride to see if he can, because we think he is an improving horse who should make some noise in his career. 8 Angel of Empire, 7-2. Another Brad Cox entry with Flavian Pratt on the mount. No doubt he is the trendy pick this week, and he will continue to be all the way up until post time on Saturday. He ran an okay Derby and was moving towards the end, and people love that. But I'll tell you what, the Belmont Stakes, the Belmont grandstands are littered with tickets that include horses that were moving at the end of the Derby. Think about Icebox, think about Commanding Curve, think about Exaggerator. Those horses were flying to and through the finish line on the first Saturday in May, and all did absolutely nothing on Belmont Day. 9 Red Route 1, 15-1. I expect his odds to go up. He's a decent horse. He's going to win many races in his career. He might even win a Grade 1 in a weak field, kind of like Keen Ice did. Even though, but what he's not going to do is win on Saturday. Joel Rosario has 2 wins. That's good. Steve Asmussen has a win here. That's really good. I just don't think Red Route 1 has the talent or speed early to stay with National Treasure and whoever else is up at the front. So those are the 9 entrants. As you can see, it's a pretty even field. So let's go through it. I'm a trend guy. I love my trends, right? Every year I say the Belmont is all about early speed, and every year the Belmont is won from a horse that's either on or near the lead early. Last year Mo Donegal won. He was never further than 2.5, 3 lengths from the lead, and he ended up winning by 3 lengths. That story plays out again and again and again. Another story that plays out that I love talking about is how the Belmont produces prices. 15-1 on Creator, 12-1 on Sir Winston. I mean, these are serious prices for a serious race. But you know what? That trend is reversed. 3 of the last 4 years, either the morning line favorite or the post time favorite has won the Belmont Stakes. And all at 5-2 or shorter. We also have a year that feels a lot like 2016 with Creator, or 2017 with Tapper, 2019 with Sir Winston. Or even last year, where Mo Donegal won as the second choice, but nobody really had any idea how good the field was or how good Mo Donegal was going to be. Now, over that same time span, we've had Joel Rosario win twice, we've had Irad win, we've had Todd Pletcher win a few, we've had Steve Ashman, we've had Mark Casey, we've had Barclay Tagg win, okay? So everything has happened. You can try to pull things together, and it's really anyone's gamble on what trend is going to hit. So this year we decided to look at the horses and really focus on Three things. Early speed, of course. Consistency, meaning the horse that puts in a solid effort every time. And pedigree. Who's bred to run? And one horse checked all three boxes with some amount of confidence. And that horse is your 2023 champion, Hit Show, 10-1. Making money on him should be pretty easy. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to win all day long, build up our bankroll as big as possible. Obviously, Belmont is a great day to bet. And we're going to put 50 to 60% of that bankroll on Hit Show to win. Then we're going to back that up with Win Play Show on Hit Show and another Win Play Show on National Treasure, who we expect to be there the whole way, battling down the stretch. We're going to do Exacta boxes with those two, Hit Show, National Treasure, and Angel of Empire. And then we're going to do another one with Tapit Trice, who we expect to run a fine race, Hit Show, and Angel of Empire. And then we're going to do an all-gray trifecta box, which hit in 2016 when Creator, Destin, and Lanny all came across the finish line. This year's all-gray trifecta box is going to be Tapit Trice, Hit Show, and Arcangelo, who we hope runs a good race because we expect him to have a huge summer meet up at Saratoga, and we know we'll be talking about him come Travers Day. So there it is. There's the picks. And there's the best way to make money on a great day of racing. I will be there, and if you see me, make sure to come over and say hi. We can talk horses, talk about the Jaipur Stakes, talk about Just a Game, Acorn, even the True North, anything you want to talk about. It's a great day of racing and one to certainly enjoy. So make sure to head over to maxactionsports.com. My write-up will be up Thursday evening. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. And we'll keep making them as long as you guys keep watching. And always remember, if you don't bet, you can't win.